Hello everybody. I have promised to do a video for you all, especially for the juniors, especially, and then I'm going to be doing a video for our higher categories. This video is largely targeting our junior segment, junior undergoing, junior 1, junior 2, junior 3, Z category, A category, B category, and C category, because from junior 1 undergoing till C category, all the students are going to be attending only addition and subtraction. They are not going to be doing multiplication or division. So technically all the tricks that I'm going to share will be the same for all my juniors and ZA, B and C category students. The first thing is, now this is the competition question paper, right? Everybody has got the competition question papers by email, and also you have been taking from us for your practice. It is in the 11/17 format, which is very important. I'm sure all of you are practicing in this format because this is going to be the format that you are going to be given for the test on the real day. And now the answer keys are also sent appropriately. If your child is doing a junior U undergoing, then junior U undergoing answer key is also sent, and this is how the answer key is. I hope you have all printed the answer key in a regular paper size in A4, and you're using that to grade your child's practice at home. And this answer key is also going to be used by you to be calling out sums as a listening exercise to enhance two things in your child's performance. One is going to be the accuracy. You're going to build their strength in accuracy by calling out sums from here as listening exercise. And second thing is, you're going to also increase the speed of your child's performance by calling out the same sums as a listening exercise from the same answer keys. All right. Now I'm going to step you through one concern at a time, because over the last 10 days, the discussions that I've had with the parents had many concerns. Okay, so I'm going to step through one at a time. Now the first thing is how to handle this sheet. Okay, it could be a junior sheet or it could also be a ZA, B or C category sheet. I'm very sure all the students or most of the students have the potential to do the row 1 by moving the beats in their head, which we call it as the mental abacus. All right, they can easily do the first row by moving the beats in the mind visually. And some children can definitely also try to do row 2 also to go mentally. Some can also do row 3 mentally. I'm seeing all three different varieties of students. Some are doing row 1 mentally and then taking the abacus for row 2. Some are doing row 1 and 2 mentally and then going to row 3 with abacus. Some are doing the full page mentally, and when they flip, they are ready to take the abacus. Everything is absolutely fine, because the game is about where the child's strength is and comfort is, and they are allowed to do however they would like to do it. Now, the first thing is, many parents' concerns were about accuracy. My child is able to do 95 sums, but 20 mistakes. Is this good? Now, definitely it is about trophy, or the placement of the child's winning is definitely about the number of correct sums. There is no special marks given for the number of attempted sums. Let's have that clarity first. So how do we help our children to get accurate answers in this competition? Now first you have to understand where the child's mistakes are. All right, say in row 1 the child is having 2 mistakes. No problem, forgivable, absolutely not a concern. Say in row 2 the child is having 3 or 4 mistakes. Definitely we have to pay on little bit more focus on the formulas. So what I would do is, I will call those particular sums again where the mistake is, to understand if the child is understanding the formula. Yes, if they are able to do it in the second attempt, third attempt, when you call out or give them a chance to correct that mistake, which means everything is clear when they got it. If not, then we can work with the formula and try to understand if the child is getting it now. Now third thing is, in row 3 the child has a lot of mistakes, which is typical and is happening in many cases now. Now there is a problem here. One is because the child is not able to handle the intensity of that row. That is why the child is having lot of mistakes in that row. And the way that they can improve, the only way that they can improve in this is by calling out the same sums from the answer key. If they are doing junior U and you have the same junior U answer key for test number 7 or 1 to 25, you can use any answer key, but make sure it is the same level that you're using. So what happens is you can call out the same third row sums as a listening exercise many times. Now we have to remember one thing, we are trying to enhance the accuracy of the child. So there is no room for talking about speed. So when you want to increase the accuracy of a child, you should go as slow as possible, all right, in a comfortable speed that the child is able to attempt that sum with focus to give you the correct answers. Now once that target is accomplished, all right, accurate answers are happening with many practice of listening exercise of the same intense segment where the child is struggling. Now this is now clear, okay? After this, the second step is speed, all right, speed. How do you increase the speed of your child? Same thing, listening exercise is the only way out. Now what you have to do is call out the sums in a challenging speed. Say you're observing your child moving the beats and you know the speed of your child. All right. Now you're going to increase your speed a teeny bit more than the performance speed in that 8 minute of your child. So I'll just give you an example. What is a targeted speed that you should be calling out the listening exercise at? Now I'm just going to call out sums from row 1. 7, 7, 8. 7, 5, 3. 4, 3, 6. 2, 9, 9. This is the least speed that you can start from, but then you can increase the speed when your child is giving you the answers very fast. And one thing I would like to say is when you are training your child to get the best speed, you should never compromise in your speed. Remember, now we are good with accuracy. There is no problem in accuracy, but speed will come only when you are going faster. If you slow down for your child, they are never going to get the speed. And I would like to make it very clear here that out of this 25 sums, say you are going to challenge a child for row 1. Every row 1 in every test has 25 questions. Even if your child can answer for 15 questions only and was not unable to catch up with your speed for the rest of the 10 sums, absolutely no problem. That is how they start. And slowly with aggressive listening exercises, you will see that they are coming along, catching up with your speed. So start from row 1 and then repeat the same practice for row 2. Once you accomplish row 1 very successfully, then I will say target and do the same for row 2. Once that is done, then you will go for row 3, then row 4. This is the best way to actually increase the speed of your child's performance. Now, another concern from many parents was in the recent last 2-3 days, most of the children have caught up with accuracy, they've caught up with speed, they're doing fantastic. But the latest concern from many parents is, my child is just stagnated with the same score. It could be 60, it could be 70, it could be 80, it could be also be 90. But my child is stagnated at the same score for the last 4 days. We are getting vexed because we are not able to move forward. This is another concern that I'm hearing from the parents. Now, if a child is stagnated, say for example, a child is able to accomplish only till 70 or 75 sums. For the last 3-4 days, this is where the target is. Never mind if your child is somewhere in 40s or 50s, or even if your child is in 90s and not able to move forward. I'll tell you why and how you can help the child. Now, the last 3 minutes of the test, all right? The last 3 minutes of the test is actually very challenging for the child. And that is the reason the child is not able to get the momentum and go beyond the point where they were reaching already. So what I would suggest in this case is the last 3-minute challenge, if the child was doing 90 sums or 100 sums, is I would say from mid of the second row. All right. Or you can skip the second row, start from the third row. Start that intense practice of listening exercise from the last landing of the sums. So third row and fourth row I'll go for somebody who is stagnated in 90s. Somebody who's stagnated in 75s, I'll go from second and third row. Increase the speed by calling out listening exercise so that they can accomplish this last landing of the practice very fast, and then they will be able to go beyond also. And while you are doing this intense practice, which is the last landing, the 3 minutes landing segment, you're practicing listening, parallelly what you will do is you will start the timer from the last 3 minutes landing. Let's say now for the kids who are landing in 75, I'll say start the 8-minute practice from the second row. You're going to start your 8-minute from the second row, then you're going to let them continue so that they get a hang of the intense sums also. This way speaking, they will learn to get a hang of the intense sums. And do this practice many times, okay? And you will see that their speed is increasing, and it is all getting a little bit comfortable for them doing the intense sums. Then what I will do is, okay, now I'm going to put you on an 8-minute. Let's start from the very beginning, first sum. Let's go. And you will see definitely they are going a little bit more ahead than where they were stagnated. So this is one little advice that I will give for the parents who had the larger concern and a frustration that we are not able to move forward. All right. And a few tricks that I would like to share with you is, all right, placement of the abacus. Now for the placement of the abacus, and can I just have the remote if you don't mind? Just give the remote. All right. I'm very sorry. I do not have my abacus here readily, but I'm going to just pretend this is my abacus. All right. And placement of the abacus should be just below the sum that the child is attempting for, so that they are moving the beats and comfortably writing the answer, and it is traveling along like this. All right. Because I see children keeping abacus very far, practically, like, you know, wasting a lot of time to be going back and forth. So if the abacus is placed comfortably just below the sum where they are attempting, that will give a little bit more speed. And just when they are moving the abacus, you know, from sum 1 to 25, yes, you're going right direction. And then when you're going down to the second row, I would say drop it down to 50 and start from here, and you're going to travel this way. It's a Z movement. I've seen many kids doing this. This is all invention of students, trust me. And they have figured out many ways, tricks to beat the time. That is their mission. And once they get very comfortable with the practice, we see all these strategies being invented by many students. And this is one that I found, that they go like this and they drop down. And that's a Z movement. Now they will go like this. And then again they will go like this, which is very interesting. That is one of the trick that I wanted to share. And also, this is something that I learned from our student Chloe Wright. All right, and I give the credit to her. It was very fascinating to see this in her practice, and I have shared that video to you guys also 2 days back. Now for longer lines, right? Okay, say this is going to be intense, longer for a junior U kid. So what she was trying to do is, yes, she was moving the B, but her left hand was going along with the sums that she is actually doing. So that way the child is not losing the focus, is not getting confused or mixed. So that way she's able to target the number that she is doing, and she gets the answer now. So she's just moving next and like that and like that. That's another great trick that I found was very interesting. And another trick that I would like to share with you is, as the child is performing, right, they get very comfortable in what they're doing, especially for the physical abacus users. There's one trick that I can share. Now, they have done the first sum, they have written the answer. While they're writing the answer, most of the children's eyes are on the next sum starting number. They already have observed what's the first or the first 2 starting numbers of the next sum. So immediately the fingers are ready to place that number and start moving. This is another trick that the children use to actually get faster in doing the sums. So once again, I hope all these little tricks and strategies help your children to do better in this performance. And all the best to all my students. Good luck.